The recently elected Executive Council members of the Out-of-Home Advertising Association of Nigeria, OAAN, have pledged to revolutionize the outdoor advertising landscape with forward-thinking and innovative leadership. The goal is to catalyze change and foster growth within the sector. This executive committee was established during the 38th Annual General Meeting held in Asaba, Delta State. Notably, the newly elected president, Sola Akinsiku, who ran unopposed alongside members of his team, expressed his commitment to address critical issues that have hindered the growth of the out-of-home advertising business.
We need to tell our stories. We need to tell it from our own standpoint. And we need to tell our stories in ways that we will educate our critical stakeholders.
In his address, the outgoing president, Mr. Emmanuel Ajufo, emphasized the need for an enhanced institutional framework to curb the presence of unregistered practitioners.
The corporate license is different from individual licenses. Perhaps, as our capital territory will not be discluttered if only duly licensed practitioners are allowed to practice in the state.
In his presentation on the theme, The Economic Outlook in a Transition Here, Engineer Dozie Mbanefo underscored the significant role of the sector in driving economic development.
On top of it, these your assets, because they are temporary permits, you cannot even leverage on it to grow your business, to access funds, to do anything. It becomes very difficult. The permits that you get are temporary and always have this overriding public interest affecting it. So you can't even finance your business or anything with your assets.
The Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Ejiro Jamani, represented by Mrs. Briggs Vivian, the Director of the Department of Climate Change, assured OAAN of the Delta State government's support in creating a favorable business environment. Notable attendees at the event included Dr. Olalekan Fadolapo, the Director General of the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ARCON, represented by Ms. Martha Onyebuchi, Director Regulation, Osamede Umbawe, President of the Advertisers Association of Nigeria, ADVAN, and Eki Adzufe, Executive Secretary of the Media Independent Practitioners Association of Nigeria. The event also witnessed the unveiling of the association's new name, transitioning from the Outdoor Advertising Association of Nigeria to the Out-of-Home Advertising Association of Nigeria.
Some government agencies see us as an alternative to oil and gas, and so they charge us accordingly. But it is our responsibility to also tell them that we run businesses that must survive, we run businesses that must be profitable.
Asaba used to be a beautiful city, but you can see cluster everywhere. Our business also adds to the beauty of the environment, but when it is clustered, the beauty is lost. A few years ago, the Ministry of Environment came down heavily on our members by removing boards. We are getting to that stage again, where the government may want to remove boards. And each board is a lot of money. And so we are saying that only professionals should be allowed to practice. If professionals are the ones practicing, we won't have these issues. We pay our dues. But again, it's becoming very difficult to pay those dues because our clients are not doing well. It is when our clients do well that we can do well. At times, some of the materials you see on our billboard, we do it on pro bono basis because despite the fact that they're not doing well, they still want to be seen outside. So when they start doing well, people will not forget them. So we also expect government to reduce what we are paying to them. That is one. We can collaborate with government. Government has some social announcements to make. If they relate with us well, we can also help them put up those things. They shouldn't just use us during politics. It's only during politics that politicians remember that we are strong. But after politics, they forget us. We expect government to partner with us so that even their policies and co, we can help them communicate at a very, very minimal cost. And at times we can do it pro bono depending on what government wants to communicate.